Good morning. Happy Wednesday. It is time for our weekly Facebook Live. So, this is Carrie from Stamp with CT. I want to welcome you if you are watching the replay on YouTube or Facebook. So glad you're here. And welcome if you are able to join me live as well. Thank you. I hope you're having a great day. I have a bright and fun project for you today. So I'm going to wait just a few seconds, maybe a minute, and see who's able to hop on here with us this morning. It takes a minute for it to pop up in your news feed. Good morning, Becky. So I can't wait to show you the project that we're going to make today. This is kind of my inspiration card right here. So this was actually a card that I made for a demonstrator swap. And what that means is we make, for this swap, we each mail to the swap coordinator. And then what she does is swaps them out between the groups. And when she mails them back to me, I will get 11 different cards back. So she will keep one for herself, and then I will get 11 different cards with ideas that I can share with you. And I love that because a lot of times we have different styles as crafters. So I'm able to show you things as far as product that I don't have or ideas that I would never think to come up with. So this is the card that I made for the swap. And I did show you the components all cut and ready to go on my Facebook page yesterday. So this is actually what I created, and I just put a blank Whisper White piece on the inside for people to write. So I thought that was bright and fun, and I'm loving the new Playing with Patterns Designer Series paper. So that's where this came from. This super cute Crushed Curry and Calypso Coral color. So in this paper, there is also this cute scallop, and this is Purple Posy in white. And then the B side is a bright stripe. So this is the paper that inspired me for the project that we're actually going to make today that's going to be similar to this swap that I created. So the Playing with Patterns suite is actually on page 100 of the annual catalog. And then if you turn to page 102, there is a little card here that uses this paper, and they've actually gone in and cut across the scallop to give it a cute little border. I don't know how well that will show up, but if you have your catalog, look at page 102. So that little tiny detail caught my eye, and that's part of what we're going to use today. So I love using the catalog as inspiration. So it's just a small piece of that Designer Series paper. So it was just 2 inches by, 2 inches by 4 inches, and you can go in and kind of cut across that scallop. So I've already done that on a piece to use on the card today. Isn't that cute? And then I had this little scrap left that's 1 inch by 4 inch, and so I thought that would be cute to add as a little accent. And then I have a piece of Coastal Cabana cardstock, and this is 5 1/4 by 4 inches. So we are going to jump right in and go ahead and start this card. So kind of going in that same look that I used for my swap card, we're going to put this little piece, and it's about twice as wide. On my swap card, that was only a 1/2 inch wide. So I'm mixing it up a little bit, you guys. So we're just going to put that right across the bottom and just line it up with the edge and let that dry for just a second. And then the piece that I cut the scallop from, we'll add it next. I got a new bottle of glue out because I had my other bottle so sticky and it was pretty much used up. So I thought, I don't want to run out of glue while we're making this card. So we're going to put this piece just right here and bump it up against that other. So it is a bright card, you guys, but you know what? It is summer, and that means fun. This is just a tiny bit. No, I have it on here wonky. That's what's wrong. Oh, let me fix it right quick. Y'all get to see every week how imperfect I am, but that's okay. There, that's better. Okay. Let that dry for just a second. And then I am using, in the Playing with Patterns, there is a ribbon combo pack. And so we're going to use this cute Coastal Cabana ribbon, but let me show you too that there's this one that is, well, I've got a mess here, and I even put a dimensional on there. I normally put a dimensional so that it doesn't do this, but this is really cute. Purple Posy and white. And then this one is Night of Navy, so I like that it's just a thin ribbon. And then this one is Coastal Cabana that we're actually going to use today. And it has got kind of a texture to it. It's really, really cute. And what we're going to do is just put it around where this seam is. I thought that would be fun to add a little bit of interest there. So let me grab my glue dots. And we'll add that with a glue dot. I hope y'all are having a good day. I actually slept later than what I intended to, but it was kind of nice. Okay, let me get that out of the way. And then, let me find my Take Your Pick tool, and I'm just going to pick up this other little glue dot and put it down here. But you know, they are super, super sticky, so that I can wrap that ribbon around and adhere it. So far, so good. Okay, we are going to go ahead and bring in our Purple Posy card base, and it's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And because it's a lighter card base, I don't think I'm going to put the piece of white on the inside like I typically do for a darker card base. We're just going to go with it like this. So that will layer there. And you may have already seen I'm going to orient the card a different way. A little extra right there since we've got that ribbon. I'm going to have it this way. And I had somebody ask me just the other day why I like to use liquid glue, and I think y'all know, but it just gives me a chance to get everything in place where I want it before it adheres down. I need that second chance, y'all. So let me know what you think of this paper. This is all from the same package. So you've got Crushed Curry, Calypso Coral, Purple Posy, Coastal Cabana. Super, super cute. And then I thought, let's go ahead and use a new stamp set. You know, I've been using Ridiculously Awesome. That's where this sentiment came from with this paper. It's a great stamp set that pairs really well with it. And I thought I had grabbed it, but I guess not. Yes, I do have it. So I've been using this stamp set to create cards with this paper. And there is a little stamp set that goes with this suite, but I really like using these big, bold sentiments. But today, I wanted to kind of feature this stamp set, Here's a Card. Now this stamp set actually carried over from the last annual catalog, but it didn't get my attention really until about May. And so I was really excited that it went ahead and carried over, and it came in my box of goodies yesterday from Stampin' Up. So I'm going to use this cute little happy birthday sentiment. I thought this would be a fun summer birthday card. And so I'm actually just going to flip with my stamping today with my light and everything up above me. So we are going to use Calypso Coral ink and that cute little birthday stamp. And we'll ink it up a little bit and see how I do with my stamping. Actually, pretty good. It's just at an odd angle, you guys, with the stuff up above me, but I did stamp one ahead of time, and I'll probably just go ahead and use it. And then I used the Stitched Shapes dies, and I wanted to bring those in. You may not be able to see the stitching very well on camera, but these are the dies that I probably use the most out of all my collection. So you get the circles, ovals, and squares in this set. And that's what I use to cut out my sentiment. And then I also want to bring in the layering circles dies, because that's where I got these two circles that I'm going to layer back behind my sentiment. So first thing we're going to do is glue that sentiment down onto this Calypso Coral piece. And this is really just barely a scalloped border, just to really make that sentiment pop. And I think you'll see once I put it on the piece of crushed curry that it really does make a difference. So I'll show you with this blank. So you've got this way or you have this way. And I think that that really just helps make that sentiment pop. So we'll add this to our crushed curry circle. So those layering circles are so versatile. I use them a lot too, but if you don't have the Stitch Shapes dies, they're always the dies I recommend first because they're awesome. Okay, give that just a second to dry. Let me bring my card back. And I think we'll go ahead and use dimensionals to pop the sentiment up, of course. Find my Take Your Pick tool, get those backings off, and then we can go ahead and pop our sentiment on. So I'm thinking maybe I'll bring it over to the side just a little bit. What do y'all think? Yeah, I think I like it over to the side just a little bit. We'll put that down, and we're not done yet. I wanted to show you these little resin drops, and they're part of the Playing with Patterns suite as well. They come in Coastal Cabana, Crushed Curry, and then the purple, trying to think, Purple Posy. And I used pretty much all of my yellow, the Crushed Curry drops, when I was making my swap card. So we're going to go in and pick up some of these little Purple Posy drops for this card. I like using my Take Your Pick tool because it helps you just get them off of that card with the adhesive and place them exactly where you want them. I think we'll go over here. We may put 5 on this card. Let's go for it, y'all. It's a birthday card, so we're going to celebrate, right? And we'll put one more little one. Maybe down in here. I think that will kind of help bring out that scallop. I like that. Okay. And let me think here. I think we're done. I was going to put another little piece of ribbon, but I don't think I am. I think I like it just like this. So y'all let me know what you think about this little layout. I'm really into making sure that you have options with your layout so that you know that if you don't have the same supplies that I do, you can still make a super cute card, just kind of following the same layout that I do. And you can always orient it the other way. It just gives you more options. So I think you could even make a cute masculine card with this very same layout. Now before I go, and I do want to thank you again for being here with me this morning, I want to remind you that we have a special on our starter kit. And our starter kit is normally $99 and you get to choose $125 worth of product. You do pay the tax, but you get free shipping. Now during the month of June, which is until next Tuesday, you are also able to choose a free bundle, and it's a stamp tool bundle. So what that means is you get to either choose a stamp and punch bundle or a stamp and die bundle. And I just wanted to share this flyer with you. On here it shows the stamp and punches available. And then when you turn over, you've got stamps and dies. So such a great assortment to choose from, and then even more here on this back page. So if you've ever considered purchasing the Stampin' Up! Starter Kit, and even just kind of being a demonstrator, a test run, let me know. I'll be glad to answer any questions that you may have. You are not required to sell or do classes or Facebook Lives. You don't have to do what I do. You can just join and craft and enjoy your discount. So I want to mention that today because when we see each other next Wednesday, this offer will be over. So I want to make sure you know about it. And again, I appreciate you being here. I'd love to see some hearts and likes if you enjoyed this video, and certainly share it with a friend if it has inspired you. So I will see you next week. Thank you.